Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by checking out my channel. Normally not on a Saturday, but hey, thanks for stopping by. My channel is normally about crochet and yarn and all the fun stuff that goes along with it. Well, today is a special edition because there's some fun stuff coming up. You all know, returning subscribers, hey, thanks for coming back. Appreciate you. You all know my dear friend Lynette from Charmed Grammy. If you've seen her videos in the last couple of days, she's talking about a special project that her and I have been working on. So I wanted to pop in here and let you know what's going on from my end on our special reserved yarn project. We were talking in Zoom and talking about how we have all these special yarns that sit on our shelves for years that we're just waiting for the right project to come along, and we never find that right project. So we developed this little challenge, I guess you would call it, to make us use that yarn that's been sitting there for so long. We've opened it up to our Zoom sisters because, you know, we love them and we love getting into shenanigans with them. And the love and encouragement that we get from these women is just, it's amazing. So there are 10 of us that'll be doing this little challenge currently. And it's going to start on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 16th, September 16th, 2024, in case you're seeing this after the fact. And we're going to challenge each other. The problem I have is I can't pick the yarn. I have so many yarns that I have purchased along the way with the idea in my head that I'm going to find the perfect project for it. And in the years that I've had it, I haven't picked a perfect project for it yet. So that's where you guys come in. You're going to help me pick. You're not the project, because that's not what this is about. Right now I need just to pick the yarn, because I'm going to show this yarn to Jan, who happens to be my partner. Jan, the Alaskan crafter. I'm going to tell her what yarn I have and how much yarn I have of it. And then she's going to spend a week kind of deciding what it is that I'm going to make. And then when we'll come back the following Monday, which is the 23rd of September, 2024, and she's going to tell me what yarn to do. We're going to do this on a live video on Tuesday, you guys, 6 o'clock Eastern, Florida time. So whatever it is your time, come join us on Tuesday. The 10 of us are going to be, we're not going to be able to be all up at a time, but we're going to bring up pairs. So Lynette and I will always be on, and we'll bring up the pairs as we go. The girls that are involved in this so far are Trish from Mama Swift, Nikki from the Yarn Addict. We have Lala, Man Mimi's Crochet and Farming. Of course, how could we not do this with Lala? Anita from Y.O.H Crochet, which is Yarn Over Hook Crochet. We have Brie from Brie's Crafty Creations. We have Lynette from Charmed Grammy, of course. Jan and Alaskan Crafter and I are paired up. And Lynn Como, who doesn't have a channel, but you all know Lynn. You've seen her on all of our lives. You've seen her in the chats. You know our Lynn. And JoJo from Joe's Web. These ladies are some of the best people I know. And they are so encouraging and inspiring. So that's why we did the test run with these ladies to see how it goes. We may expand this and draw from a different pool of people. We'll see how it goes after the first go around. This is not a you have to get it done in 2 weeks project. We're looking at a 6 to 8 week process here, because we're going to pick our yarn 1 week, pick our project the next week, and then we're going to give you 6 weeks to finish a project. With probably at the 3 week mark, we'll pop in and do another live just to see how progress is going and if everybody's enjoying what they're working on. But everybody who has a channel, and that's just pretty much everybody, they'll be talking about it on their channel. So you'll get to see the process and get to enjoy how this is working out for everybody involved. So we're really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are looking forward to it too, but I need your help. Please help me. Okay, so I have picked a yarn from each weight class that I currently have in my stash. I didn't have any bulky 5, so I had to jump up to a bulky 6. So I have fingering weight, sport weight, DK, worsted, and a bulky 6. I'm going to show you them. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then you're going to help me pick. So we're going to start with the biggest to the lowest, okay? My first choice is, or first option is a Karen sprinkle cake. Now I have 8 or 10 of these, so I have quite a bit. There's 193 yards of a 77 acrylic 20 wool and 3 other fiber because it's kind of got the tweedy bits. This colorway is called Vanilla Bean, and I love the sage green with that soft vanilla yellow. I love this yarn. It is soft. It's beautiful. I have been hanging on to, I purchased it. There's the orange sticker from Ollie's. I got it on clearance at Ollie's probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. And it's been sitting on the top shelf in my closet for the longest time, just going, please make something with me. Please make something with me. It's gorgeous. I love it. I just didn't, my one problem is that I don't work with bulky weight yarn all that often. So when I go to look at patterns, that's probably the least number of times I search for anything is in this. And so that's why I thought, I'm pulling this out. We're gonna maybe give this a shot. If it doesn't get done this time around, I'm gonna get done something with this because I love it. It's beautiful. These are my colors. I love this neutrally green, the sage green with that little soft yellow in there. It's beautiful. So that is option number 1. Option number 2, which would be the worsted weight. This is something I purchased from Knit Crate back when they were around. Gosh, do I miss them, because they used to have some of the most beautiful yarn. But I purchased 2 of these fade sets, how it goes from this really bright pink to this really soft like ballet slipper pink. I have 2 of these. These are worsted. It's Knitology Worsted by Knit Crate. The only thing I don't have is what the fiber is and what yardage I have. But I do have 2 of these. I'm sure if I look it up, I can figure it out. I think this is a wool acrylic blend. It might be 100% acrylic. I don't remember. It does not say on the, I mean, it just says very minimal information. But look how beautiful that is. And I have 2 sets of this. And again, this was purchased. I have the green too. I have two of the green. I put these, do you remember back in January where I did instead of a make 9 yarns, I put in use 9 yarns, but I couldn't decide, so I made it 10 yarns. This was one of them. So I pulled this out because this is something I really want to make something with, but I don't know what that something is. So this is option number 2 in the worsted weight, the pink fade Knitology worsted. So that's option number 2. Option number 3 in DK weight is another Knit Crate. And this is Knitology Wisp. It is 100% merino wool in a DK weight. I have 4 of these, 236 yards, 100 grams, and the color is gray pot or clay pot. And it's this beautiful corally orange, which I love. And look how beautiful that yarn is. I love this yarn. It's soft, it's squishy. I bought 4 of them in the clay pot, and I bought 4 in purple. Anyway, it's one of those, it's been, Knit Crate's been out of business for a year or more, right? So this has been sitting around for a really long time, waiting for me to decide what's the perfect project for this. So this is option number 3, the Knitology Wisp in clay pot. I have 4 of these. So that is option number 3. Option number 4 in a sport weight is this beautiful, gosh, I love this yarn, and I've used it before in a different color, but this is the Offbeat by Universal Yarns. And look at those beautiful colors. The soft muted, almost red, white, and blue with a little bit of tan running through it. I mean, the red almost looks pink, like a salmon pink. It's so pretty. I love this with the cream. I have 3 of these, and this is 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca, 586 yards per cake of the sport weight. It's so beautiful, and it's really, really lovely to work with. I'm doing that lighthouse shawl, which I haven't finished yet, but it's in my whips to do. I'm working on it, but this is the sport weight yarn, and like I said, I have 3 of these. This is a better side. Look how beautiful those colors are. So again, I just got to find the right project before I crack these open, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So that's option number 4. And option number 5, and I have 2 of these. This is some yarn that I picked up when Tom and I were on a trip. We had gone to North Carolina to see like the pretend Mayberry, the little town that Mayberry was supposed to have been based on, and they have like a museum, and we went to an Amish market, and it's just a cute little quaint town. We stayed at a campground that was at one time the farm for the Siamese twins from Barnum and Bailey back in the day. Their family still to this day owns that farm, but they have now turned it into a campground. It's just a beautiful area of the country. But while we were there, we said, you know what? We've got a few more days. Let's extend our trip. Let's go do something else. So we drove to Roanoke, Virginia. And in Roanoke, Virginia, we went to the store for Black Dog Salvage. If you've ever seen that TV show on Discovery Channel, it's really fun. We love that show. We love everything about it. So we took a trip up there to see their store and did some shopping there in their warehouse. Had a wonderful time. And while we were there, I looked to see if there was any local yarn shops, and there just happened to be one not far from the Black Dog warehouse. And so I went over there, and while I was there that Saturday afternoon, they were having a trunk show from a company called the Astor Fiber Co. And she was a very sweet girl, and I chatted with her for a little bit, and I picked up 3 skeins of yarn. And the 2 that I've picked out for this project are this. Isn't this gorgeous? It is so pretty. That's not black. That's like an eggplant purple. It's just so, so pretty. You got some aqua in there, a little bit of dark green. It's just stunning. I have 2 of these. It's fingering weight, superwash merino. There's 400 yards, and each one of these hanks. The color is called fairy dust, and it's just gorgeous. And unfortunately, Astor Fiber Co. not too long ago, I want to say within the last 6 months or so, she's closed her business. She's moving across country, and she sold everything, including all of her dyeing equipment. She's just done. And I'm like, oh no. So the store that I bought it from has gone out of business, and the yarn company that I bought it from has gone out of business. So, and this was a really great trip that I went on. So this has been one of those that's like, I got to find the perfect project for it. And this is kind of what inspired me to, Lynette and I were talking about, and this was the first skein of yarn that popped in my head. But then I've got all these others too, and I don't know which one to pick. So that's where you guys come in. Option 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What am I going to use? Then on Tuesday, I'm going to show Jan, this is what we all picked out. Now she's going to tell me what project to do. So leave me a comment. Which one do you think I should do? The Bulky 6 Karen Sprinkle Cake, the worsted fade set. Remember, I have 2 of these. What the heck just happened there? I don't know. My DK weight, the Knitology Wisp this beautiful clay pot color. My sport weight, this universal yarn, offbeat, this beautifully muted red, white, and blue colors with a little bit of tan in it, or my fingering weight, the Aster Fiber Co. Fairy Dust. So leave me a comment, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What do you suggest which yarn I should use? And then I'll make a decision, and then on Tuesday, come back, we're gonna do the live, and you'll just see what yarn I picked out. So thanks for spending a little bit of your Saturday with me, you guys. Go Irish, go Vols. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get some crafting time in, but take care of yourself. Give yourself some grace. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Be kind to everyone.